Now, tell me what you're doing. Aside from buttoning up your lab coat.
Okay. We have here a cigarette smoke generation system coupled with a concentration control siphon. It can be used for either cigarette products or e-cigarettes. The siphon basically works this way. We have some pre-dilution air going in and mixing with mainstream smoke coming from the smoking machine. After that pre-mixing, it goes into another mixing vessel that we apply the main dilution air that is going to be needed for the downstream application, be that an in vitro or an in vivo exposure. After that, in between the two mixing jars, there is a vacuum mass flow controller that when we set the concentration that we want the siphon to generate, the aerosol monitor that is inside the box measures the concentration at the outlet of the siphon and sends the signal back to the control unit, which then compares that to the set concentration and commands the mass flow controller to siphon off part of the pre-diluted mainstream smoke in order to bring down the concentration to the set concentration. That way, by managing the PID values for the response of the mass flow controller, the siphon can keep the concentration very close to the set concentration. Now what we're going to do, we are going to demonstrate the whole process with a single cigarette smoking machine smoking a V2 electronic cigarette. The cigarette smoking machine has a software interface that allows us to control the three parameters of any smoking regimen, which is the puff volume, the inter-puff interval, and the puff duration. This interface allows the user to use all the main standard smoking protocol, FTC ISO protocol, Canadian Intense Regime Protocol, the Massachusetts Intense Regime Protocol, and any other user-defined protocols that can go up to 70 milliliters of volume. For this demonstration, we have set the puff volume at 35 milliliters, the inter-puff interval at 10 seconds, and the puff duration 2 seconds. So all we have to do is click on the button, and as you can see, the pump starts smoking a bell-shaped puff, which integrated over the whole 2-second period gives us 35 milliliters of volume. One can observe in the outlet tube of the machine, actually we can now see the vapors of the e-cigarette going into the siphon. So now that we have started pumping in the aerosol from the e-cigarette, we start the siphon by clicking the button, Start Siphon. We have connected with the software a gas monitor that measures CO, CO2, temperature, relative humidity. In a real setting, this monitor will be inside the inhalation chamber or connected to it, so that this information about the CO and CO2, which is very important for in vivo exposures, as well as temperature and humidity in the cage, are integrated with the siphon. We set the concentration for this demonstration at 100 milligram per cubic meter or microgram per liter, and in a real experiment, we have to calibrate the aerosol monitor inside, which is a forward light scattering device for cigarette smoke or the aerosol of the e-cigarette. And after we find that factor, calibration factor, we can enter it into the software, and now the reading that of the concentration that the software shows will be actually the real concentration. And as you can see, the red line that represents the set concentration, and the white line, which represents the actual concentration of the cigarette smoke or the e-cigarettes, are almost overlapping each other with very, very small fluctuations. And that is an indicator that we have the right combination of pre-dilution amount, dilution amount, as well as the speed of response of the mass flow controller set through the PID values of control loop. This way, as long as the smoke machine is delivering that preset amount of smoke, the siphon is going to control the smoke in a steady way. And at the bottom of the siphon, then we see another device, which is a mixer of side stream and mainstream smoke. And this is a particular design for a large smoke generator, but also the single cigarette smoke machine. Here we can connect a module of side stream collection, and which then can be mixed with the mainstream. Now the control of the concentration can be done inside the unit, which means that it controls the concentration at the outlet of the siphon, or it can be done remotely by removing the aerosol monitor from here and connect it to the inhalation tower or exporter chamber in a remote location, and then sending the signal back. In that latter case, what we're actually controlling the concentration of the mixed smoke. So the mainstream smoke now comes through the siphon, goes into the mixer, it mixes with side stream, it goes to the inhalation chamber, and there the aerosol monitor measures the concentration, which is then compared to the set concentration in the software. Obviously, in this latter case, the control loop of the mass flow control will be different, so the PID values will be adjusted to account for that length of the sampling line from the inhalation chamber. As you see here in the other time chart, we have the readings from the gas monitor, and all this data is integrated into one single data output file that is saved as a text file in a computer. That way we can go back and access the information to see the performance during the whole smoke generation and exposure period. As I said, this system, it works exactly the same way with real cigarettes as well as e-cigarettes. As long as we have a good combination between, we have enough dilution air and enough smoke coming in together to provide the desired concentration in the exposure chamber. That's a wrap.